Hello Capricorn, what's going on? I hope you are really well. My name is Diane and this is Madam Butterfly Tarot, and we're going to do a straight up love reading for December, okay? But you know, it's a timeless reading, so whenever you happen to find this is when you were meant to see it. You are very welcome here, Capricorn. Thank you so much for being here with me. I really appreciate it, and hopefully the reading will resonate and you'll enjoy it and all that good stuff. And if it does, and you feel like liking and subscribing for me, I would appreciate that a lot as well. So I can tell you, you have the Hanged Man card here. Sorry about my squeaky chair. You have the Hanged Man card here, Perspective, and you have the Fool card, Leap of Faith. So you might be getting super frustrated that nothing's happening, okay? But things are literally about to change. This might be something that happened like fairly soon after Christmas or something like that. But there's something here as well about, I know this is a love reading, but I have to say it because it came out. There's something about some kind of new job or a promotion or learning something new that's going to be very beneficial for you. And the reason that you haven't done it before was because you kind of didn't have the confidence to do it, but I feel like you're doing it now. So this could be some kind of, like I said, a promotion or a new job or something, but it's something new that you're gonna have to learn something for, okay? So I feel like this new person that's coming in, because I do feel like they're new, it's kind of tied in with this new job that you're doing in some way. Like, I mean, you might meet them there or something, but the reason they haven't come in before now is because Spirit was keeping you in this Hanged Man, and the reason that they do that is because they're waiting for you to get a new perspective about yourself. Because this one here, the Leap of Faith, the Fool card, says believe in yourself, and I feel like that's what you've been learning. And like I said, it's tied in with this new job opportunity, because it could be like an idea that you have or a job that's offered to you, or promotion or something. But you're ready now, okay? There's going to be like a new beginning coming in soon after, I feel like, a long delay where you're just kind of like, oh my fucking god, like nothing's happening, I'm so bored. It is coming, okay? Also, this new person coming in, they could be a Virgo or a Capricorn, or you could meet them through your work. Like, you may have already met this person for some of you, like, even though they're new. It could be someone you already know, but it's like there's not a lot of baggage there. That's what I mean by new. It's not like an ex or something. But it could be someone that you met at work. Like maybe when you started a new job or something, or you were learning something, you might have met them at school. I also feel, just going back to this new opportunity that's coming in, it's something about you standing out from the crowd with the Seven of Wands, because it's some kind of opportunity where I think there might be a lot of competition or something like that, or there's like a lot of people going for the same sort of position, but you're the one that's going to stand out, okay? And there may have been a bit of this kind of, oh, like I don't want to compete with other people because I'm not good enough, blah blah blah. That's what's changing. It's your perspective. Like, you're getting yourself into this perspective now where you're like, no, I am good enough. Like, yeah, fuck it, I'm gonna go for this new thing. Yeah. You have the King of Cups here with the Emperor. So this new person coming in is like, oh my god, they're really stable. Okay, I'm coming back to them because like I just love that. I love that so much. But you have this Three of Swords with the Eight of Swords. So I feel like you guys have had some kind of heartbreak that you're now releasing yourself from, because that was another thing. That's another reason this new person hasn't come in yet. Like, It's something to do with perfect timing here. Like you were being prepared, like you were being made more confident, you were being prepared for this new job, but also like you're releasing this past heartbreak, which I really think did a number on you. Like maybe more than you knew, right? And I feel like you're coming out of that now, you know, and you have, yeah, look, the Hermit with the Four of Swords. So you've been in hermit mode, like with the Hanged Man here. You know, the Hanged Man clarified by the Hermit card, like you've been in hermit mode. And for some of you as well, you may have been through like a spiritual awakening. You know, whatever this past person did to you in the past, it might have triggered a spiritual awakening. This new person may have some Scorpio in their chart somewhere, because that message came through like in reverse for Scorpio. Yeah, the camera just went to 555, which is all about change. So expect change to come in as well, but this new person may have a little Scorpio in their chart. But this is time for you to come out of this hermit mode now. Like, you know, you've done your healing, you're ready, and it's time to get back in the land of the living, like start dating people. And you also have the Four of Swords, you know, so you have the Three of Swords, which is all about the heartbreak. And then you have the Four of Swords, which is like recovering from heartbreak. You know what I mean? It's like needing that time to kind of deal with what happened, and yeah, like you needed this kind of hermit phase, because like I think a lot of you may have gone through a spiritual awakening, and it's known as the hermit phase, when spirit kind of takes you out of society and like they take away all your friends and you're not dating anyone, and it's so you can get all these spiritual insights. And some of you may be using these because the thing is, you know, with the thing with the spiritual awakening is like the ego falls away. So the things that were holding you back before, like a lack of confidence, are no longer holding you back. You know what I mean? That's why you're able to do this new job, like this promotion or whatever it is. If you want to know more about the spiritual awakening and stuff, you should check out my other channel. It's called How to Train Your Caterpillar, and the link is in the description box below. Yeah, but it's time, like you're rested now. And it's time to come out of this healing, like, hermit phase, okay? So like I said, this new person, they are just dreamy. Oh my god, I'm so excited for you. The King of Cups with the Emperor. So this person could have, excuse me, a little Aries in their chart. They don't have to, but they could definitely have Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or Libra. They're really, really sweet, okay? The King of Cups is someone like, they're not ruled by their emotions. It's kind of Libra energy, like they're in touch with their emotions, but they're not like super reactionary and controlled by them. Like they're not gonna, I always say this, but they're not gonna like, you know, flip out at you in IKEA or something. Like really, really giving, really generous, really supportive, really loving. The King of Cups is like really, really loving, very chivalrous, very gentlemanly, and it's safe to trust this new person, okay? Spirit is telling you it's safe to trust this new person. And the thing is, they also have this Emperor energy, which is like leadership energy. So they're either older than you or they're very mature. Could be either one. Very wise, very stable. You know, people, whatever it is this person does, people respect them because they've kind of been through a lot themselves, you know, school of hard knocks kind of thing. But yeah, it's like daddy kind of energy, daddy, mummy kind of energy coming in. The Emperor is someone, it's like a leadership role, so they may actually do something like that for a job. But the Emperor is someone faithful. You know, this is someone that like, they're gonna stick around, you know, they're not, this is not a screw boy or a screw girl. Also with the Emperor, it usually talks about someone like very organized, very efficient, you know, they're a planner, this kind of thing. They're basically a perfect combination because they're like I said, like daddy kind of energy or mummy kind of energy, but they're also really like in touch with their emotions but not ruled by them, if you see what I mean. Now, what else about this new person, or what else does Capricorn need to know? Yeah, the Six of Swords. You've had, I think it's a fire sign, possibly. I think this, there was a past energy here that broke your heart. You have this Knight of Wands, which is, you know, it's someone kind of immature. I mean, look at the difference here, right? I'm sorry about my throat, Capricorn. Look at the difference here. The King of Cups and the Emperor and the Knight of Wands. They're just like, they're night and day. You can't even compare the two. Because the Knight of Wands is someone kind of immature, someone kind of flaky, they're in and out, they don't know what they want. This person may have kind of breadcrumbed you or ghosted you, and it's this kind of energy of like, I don't know what I want, but I still want you to be there in case I decide I want you, or something like this, right? Because this, you have the Three of Swords with the Six of Swords, so it's like you're finally coming out of this kind of storm of heartbreak that you've been going through, where things just seem kind of muddled and you maybe weren't thinking straight, kind of thing. And I mean that in a, you know, a loving way, like, you know, because sometimes we make excuses for people as well, right? And that's fine up to a point, but they're still showing up as this Knight of Wands, you know. So I feel like that's, I feel like you can't get past that. You know what I mean? I feel like even if this person kind of came back and was like, oh, I love you, like, I'm so sorry, blah, 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 you know, I've changed. I think you would just always remember them as the person that kind of messed you around and broke your heart, kind of thing. Do you know what I'm saying? But it's like you're coming out of this Five of Swords energy now, where it's like projecting onto a new person what the past person did, totally subconsciously, you know? Like I always say this, nobody does this shit on purpose. It's like nobody's trying to stay single and unhappy and stuff like on purpose. People don't do that. This is like a subconscious thing where you're kind of going, like your subconscious brain is going, oh, like I'd love to date this new person. They seem yummy. They seem really stable and awesome. Or I'd love to meet someone like that. But then your brain kind of goes back to what this past person did, and you're like, oh, but what if they do that? You know what I mean? Like that's what men do, or that's what women do. Like what if that happens again? Like, oh, no thanks. And then the walls kind of go up, you know? But you're having this breakthrough with the Ace of Swords. Like you're finally releasing it. You know what I mean? You're finally kind of getting to that stage where you're like, no, this was just the past person. Like the past person didn't know what they wanted, you know? This new person is not going to be like that. And I kind of feel, I don't think you were hoping to get back with the past person, but I feel like there was like an attachment there because they kind of leveled you, is what I want to say, like with that Three of Swords. Like the Three of Swords is really getting your heart broken, and it really kept you stuck for a while, you know? And I do think this past person, there's an energy with them of kind of, they don't want to settle down, but at the same time they kind of want to keep you in the loop, like in the cycle. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like you've kind of made this decision. You're like, no, that's not happening. No. You know what I mean? And with the Seven of Cups here in reverse, there was just an energy. I think maybe some of you have even met this new person, but you kind of thought it was like this projection thing. Like you thought they were too good to be true because of the past. You know, because think about it this way. Like if you hadn't met this past person, would you still think the new person was too good to be true? Probably not, right? Like you're kind of, it's like projecting the worst, like, you know, onto this new person kind of thing because you've been hurt in the past. And I feel like you had to, there was a period here as well, like this hermit period that you've been in. I feel like there was a kind of a choice here. Like you could have stayed in this loop with the past person you know, or you could move on to the new person, and I feel like the new person's like the healthy choice. You know what I mean? But I feel like you were the one that had to make that decision, and it's like, now that you've made the choice, that's what spirit will give you. But the thing is, and I'm not having a go at you, we all do it, I do it myself, it's like when you're kind of dithering, you know, the universe can't bring you what you want because you don't know what you want, you know what I mean? So you're just almost going to stay in limbo. But that was part of your healing process, because part of the reason that you put up with this crap from the person from the past was low self-esteem, right? We all do it. Well, I think a lot of us do it, you know, but it's like you've made this decision now, you're like, no, fuck you, like, I'm not sticking around for this. Like, this new person's gonna treat me like a freaking queen or a king. Like, why would I be with you who doesn't know what they want? You know what I mean? And I think now that you've made this decision, they're actually gonna come in quite fast, okay? And I think also, I just think you're really nice. You know, you kind of felt a bit responsible for this past person, because I think there's a bit of an energy here of maybe you guys have always been like the fixers. You know, you always feel like you have to fix people kind of thing. And you maybe feel a bit responsible for this past person because you're like, oh, I can't leave them. They're such a fucking mess. Like, what's going to happen without me? That's not your problem. That's not your problem. You've already given everything you can to this person and they haven't stepped up, right? Whereas this new person is waiting to come in and like have a real proper life with you. Like, it's not your job to fix everyone. It's okay for you to be with someone who's already fixed. It's not selfish. Because if this past person really wanted to change, they would have done it already. You know what I mean? And I feel like as well, there's just no passion with this past person anymore, because you're kind of like, maybe that was part of it before. You know, the Knight of Wands can be very charming, you know, good with their words, like very passionate, all this kind of thing, like very bold, kind of extrovert, like a fire kind of energy, you know. But I think you're just looking at them and you're like, God, you're so immature. Like, what is your problem? And you have the Temperance card in reverse, so it's like, you know, the Temperance card comes after something has ended. So it's like you needed a little bit of time to kind of find your footing and get back on your feet. But now that's done and this new person's coming in, because you've made the decision as well with the Two of Pentacles. It's taken a long time, but that's okay. That's okay that it took a long time. This new person, oh my God, like, I actually want their cards on top of everything else, because this is the new this is who I feel like most of you are going to go for, you know? I feel like even if the past came back, you would just be like, yeah, okay, bye. Like, I'm not, you can't give me what I want, you know? Tell me about this new person. Okay, the new person is a little shy, okay, which I think is really, really cute. And I think very different, again, than what you dealt with in the past, because the Knight of Wands is not really shy. Like, you know, I think in Ireland, they have a great phrase, like, gobshite. Like, you know, very, I don't know, I can't think of an example, but like very, very charming. You know, and they'll just say anything. You know, they could charm the legs off a donkey, right? But this new person is kind of shy. They're not like extroverted. It's not like this kind of look at me type energy. It's like, they're kind of, you know, the Emperor is someone like, they're not loud, but they're very well respected, you know, because they're the ones, they have the knowledge, they've been there, they've done things, they've worked their way up from nothing. You know, people respect them. Whereas the Knight of Wands, people are just like, oh, just get out of the way. Do you know what I mean? You're just in the way, like, just go and sell your bullshit somewhere else. So I feel like the new person's kind of shy, okay? They're very caring, which is very King of Cups energy. Really, really sweet, really, really caring. They could be like a manager or a team leader. Maybe they were your manager. Tell me about the new person coming in for Capricorn. spiritual. This might be quite a spiritual connection, or they might have like a spiritual side that they don't really show that many people. And I do think they might have Aries in their chart, because Aries wants to come out and you have the Emperor there. So even if they don't have Aries in their chart, like they have a very strong kind of leadership energy to them, and I think they're probably in charge of something. You have Sagittarius as well. They might have a little Sagittarius in their chart. Look, angelic. This new person's literally angelic. They're literally an angel. And it's going to be so different for you as well. That's another reason that you had to have a little bit of time before the new person came in, because you've been used to this Knight of Wands energy, like in and out. They played you, they yanked your chain down the road, you know, they breadcrumbed you, like kind of closed off emotionally, all this kind of shit. This new person is going to be like showering you with love and affection. And the thing is, if you had tried to go from one extreme to the other, because I do feel the new person's kind of an extreme of loveliness, basically. When the angelic card comes out, I always think that. It's like, they're just an angel. They're just lovely. They're like an earth angel. And you're going to be like, oh my god, are you actually real? Like, I'm not used to getting so much attention, because I feel like it's the kind of person who they're going to text you in the morning and stuff, you know, like that really sweet kind of, oh morning, like have a nice day or something, and they might call you before you go to bed, and they're always kind of thinking about you, you know, like they're gonna, it's like a kind of, they're gonna bring you flowers and like try and plan a nice date for you that you would really like, you know, like I don't know, like say like Thai food. They're gonna go out of their way to, you know, find like a nice Thai restaurant and stuff. You're gonna get spoiled. So I think there was a need for you to get your self-esteem up to the point where you feel like you deserve this, you know? Because otherwise, you may have kind of been like, oh my god, like this dude's kind of smothering me or something. Do you know what I mean? Or this chick's kind of smothering me. But that's basically because you're used to chasing someone who's totally closed off and never wants to talk to you. Do you know what I mean? It's completely different. Because I feel like the past was like a power play type of dynamic, you know? So it's like this type of energy of the new person's just going to text you when they want to, or when they find something that they think you would like, you know, this kind of thing. Whereas the past person would be like, well, I'm not texting Capricorn first, they can text me first. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not giving them the power. Or they might leave you on red for a couple of days or something like that, you know? So the new person is very responsible as well. They're just an angel. What else about the, yeah, they're a really hard worker. I think, like, whatever it is they do, they're in charge in some way. They might be responsible for a team or a group, and you know what, they're really well liked by their staff. People really like them because they work hard too. Like, you know how you get those bosses that don't do anything, and then you're like, well, fuck you, like why am I doing all this stuff that you would never do? This person's not like that. Like, they put in the graft, and you might find this is someone who's kind of worked their way up as well. They could definitely have Earth in their chart as well, like Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, but they're really, really hard worker, very responsible. What else about the new person? Brown eyes. They could have brown eyes. What else about the new person for Capricorn, please? What else about the new person for Capricorn? They're more of a chilled energy. Like, I think your past person is very, sorry, my camera cut out. Like I said, they're more of a Knight of Wands energy, like extrovert, kind of chaotic, like in and out, and they may have even picked fights. Like, this past person, they may be a bit like aggressive, you know, like a fighter or a drinker. Like, when they had a drink in them, they might pick fights with people or something like that. You know, you may have found yourself kind of bickering a lot with this past person because they were just, they always want it to be right, is something that's coming through. Whereas this new person is really calm, like really calm and really chilled. I don't even think the new person would really fight with you. Like, I mean, if you picked a fight with them, not that you would if you could, right? But just saying, if you picked a fight with this person, they would probably just kind of walk away and let you calm down. You know what I mean? Instead of being like, what the fuck is your problem? They'd just be like, okay, I see that there's something weird happening with you. I'm just gonna maybe get you a cookie and just give you some space. The new person could be a Libra. You might want to check out the Libra reading. They're funny. That's nice. The new person is gonna make you laugh. Oh, I love that for you, Cap. Oh, they're sexy as well. Oh my god, what is this person like? Are they perfect? Look at this. You have like shy. I love that. I think that's so cute. I'd much rather have a shy person than some like loudmouth gobshite. You know what I mean? They're really angelic. They're really responsible. They're a hard worker. They're funny. They're sexy. They might have darker hair. Kind of picking this up because you have the brown hair and the dark hair. They might be like darker, you know. Let's get two more. What else about this new person? I feel like that's your past person trying to come through. What else about this new person for Capricorn? You have large and in charge. Yeah, you have total sweetheart as well. I really think this person's like so sweet. You're literally, honestly, you're gonna be smitten with this person. They're lovely. Large and in charge, so I definitely think this person has like a leadership, like they do something where they're in charge. And if you're dealing with a dude, like they might be physically very big, like they might have big shoulders and big arms, but you know, even if you're dealing with a smaller person or like a woman, I think she just maybe, there's either one or the other, okay? Either the person is like very big, like a big upper body kind of thing, or they have a big personality. And I feel like that's maybe for if you're dealing with a woman, maybe she has a big personality. Tell me about one more card for this new person. You have strong. I feel like that's a physical thing. I think they're physically very strong. Like for those of you particularly, I mean, I know women can be very strong, but you know, generally speaking, I feel like if this is a guy, I think they have quite big muscles, like they're strong, or they work out or something. That came through for, is it Sagittarius, I think? Maybe you got a little Sag in your chart. Oh look, see, it could have been there. Like, because maybe they're a Sagittarius, but sometimes the reading is for the cross watcher. You know what I mean? Like sometimes it's flipped. And I think they are a bit of a long-term planner, this person. They're faithful. They're going to be really faithful to you, okay? I'm going to quickly pull some messages from this person to end the reading, this new person. What would this new person like to say to Capricorn? The Two of Cups. Like a reflection, I am yours forever. This person's already yours. They've literally just been, and I know, right? When you're in the hermit period, you're just like, oh, for fuck's sake, like nothing's ever gonna change. Like this house is gonna be my coffin. Like, oh my god. But they've been, there's something new, right? For one thing, it was about your self-esteem. Because I think you ended up with this past person because of low self-esteem, right? And I say again, no judgment here, same thing myself, okay? But it's also to do with some kind of new job or something. Like they've been trying to prepare you for that too. And this new person wasn't coming in until you were healed, okay? But they're already saying like, I'm already yours. Like whatever happens, you know, however long it takes for you to heal or whatever, like I'm already yours. Like the Two of Cups, like, you know, we're the same, we're kindred souls. You know, I feel like you're my best friend. I love talking to you. Like I feel like we're the same. we're the same. And I'm never gonna go anywhere. Like, I think it might take you a little bit of time for that to sink in when you first get with this person, that they're not going anywhere, and they're gonna be very patient with you about that, okay? What else with this new person I'd like to say to Capricorn? Ooh, the Queen of Wands. Being with you is so electric, I just can't get enough. So they just love your energy. Like, they think you're very, like, male or female, they think you're very, like, alluring, very sexy, very warm, very personable. Like, also, I think you get a lot of attention. Some of you might actually have a little bit of Leo in your chart. I think you're quite different, because this person is kind of showing up as this King of Cups here. So I think they have a lot of water, or prominent water or something in their chart. Also, I think they have some prominent Libra somewhere, which makes them very balanced. You know, they always want to do the right thing. Maybe a little, not that Libra are repressed, but they're sensible. You know, I always feel like of the air signs, the Libra are the most sensible. And I just think you're very different. I know you're a Capricorn, but you're kind of showing up here as this Queen of Wands. Like, you're very personable, and they just love it. They love your energy. Like, they think you're very charming, very passionate. Like I said, you kind of have like a very alluring, sexy kind of energy. And you're very, like, dynamic. They love it. One more from the new person. One more message. What would the new person, there we go. The Three of Pentacles, oh, you have two. We'll take two. You have the Star and the Three of Pentacles. I always think that looks like little kids in that picture, but it's actually not. It's a couple. But they look like children to me, so I always take them as children. Basically, you are this person's wish come true, okay? Literally, their wish come true. I feel like this person's kind of manifested you. And I think it's gonna take you a little bit of time to understand that you are this person's wish come true. And you have the Three of Pentacles. They're very kind of prim and proper. Like, it's like, I look forward to working together on our goals. It's very formal, but this person wants to build something with you, okay? And for a lot of you, I think there's children involved in that plan, okay? Yes. So that is your message, Capricorn. I'm going to leave that there. You also have the King of Swords at the bottom of the deck here, so they could definitely have Libra in their chart somewhere, okay? I hope it was a useful reading, Capricorn. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for me. If you feel like doing that, I'd appreciate it a lot. And as always, I wish you many, many blessings, love and light. Take care.